Just waiting for Facebook. Alright, it's giving me a hard time. It's not starting on... We're live everywhere except for Facebook. Just give me a second.
Just please stop yelling at me, please.
Call 911 now!
Get up,
it just abruptly stopped. Well, welcome to Punished for Protecting Live with Francesca Amatio Banfield. Hello, Fran. You're muted, Fran. Can't hear you.
Hey, okay, sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, Ted, I just want to thank you, first of all. I want to just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This guy, literally, I just asked him to do this video today with me, oh gosh, less than an hour, maybe an hour ago, tops, and he put this together. I can't thank you enough, really. You are awesome.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything I can do.
So I also contacted people last minute. I've got my core team on here, special guest Jody Mueller with us. You know, these are not just people who have suffered from this horrific, you know, I feel like cursing today. I'm so freaking angry. I was on the road for 8 hours coming from New York to West Virginia, and I have to head back now. And sick with the flu last week. I never get sick. 11 months of just straight going. So, of course, now I've got 2 days worth of messages that I'm trying to get through. And I mean, if I was to read you guys these messages, they're all, please help me, it's urgent, my child was taken, my grandchild was taken, my child's been killed, my child's being abused, my child's being sexually abused, my children are being sexually abused, my children are being beaten, my children are placed with a drug dealer, my children this, and they're all true. These are all true. Maybe one in a needle in a haystack are not true, okay? And because we go through the wealth of information that we get, we go through the evidence that we get. I sat in a court in West Virginia. This judge is just sick in the freaking head, okay? These judges are narcissists. They get their positions because they're narcissists. That's why they get them, because narcissists vote them in. Narcissists pull them in and put them into these positions of power. Everybody that's a part of this that we're going to have talk today, just the video that you just saw, we're going to be showing you some other excerpts of the 3 to 5s for the January 3rd event. I just had to get on here today. We have such a demanding sense of urgency right now that we want to talk to all of you, the viewing audience, about. I mean, I'm an open book. So if I could, I'd have everybody sitting next to me, looking at my laptop with me, and just reading through all of these requests that I get nonstop, literally around the clock. Okay. Working with people. I've got some really powerful voices on here today. Don Rufty, Richard Provost, Jody Mueller, Charlene Angel Astro, Ted Fogg, you know, Melanie Herring. I'm not even sure. I don't have all of my team on today, but we have enough good voices here to talk to you guys. We're going to show you some more excerpts of the work that people are doing. I don't have Tina Mello on right now. Hopefully she'll be able to hop on here. Elizabeth Ann, you guys are following her story in Pennsylvania. This woman lost her leg in a tragic car accident while on the medicine that they had her on. They kidnapped her children.
Hey guys,
So you see her heartbreaking voice. You see her heartbreaking messages on Facebook all the time. You see all these heartbreaking stories. You see all these people. I know a lot of people are really PTSD'd out right now, very stressed because the holiday season, missing their children, dying of pain inside from missing their children, going through this for years. You guys are the real warriors. You know, I dealt with it for 8 months, but you know what? There's nothing compared to what some of you have dealt with. And I know that, and my heart is with you guys, and I will fight with you till the last breath. And I do everything I possibly am humanly able to do as a mere human being. That is nothing. I'm just a voice for people. I am really a nobody. I am nothing special. I'm just your next door neighbor. I don't want to be anything special. I just want to be here to be a voice, to help give you guys a voice, because this is a tragic, diabolical system that should not be happening, and we have to do something to stop it. And that's why we have January 3rd. I'm going to have Ted go ahead and play another clip, and we're going to insert in between. Each person will have a chance to talk. I think I'm going to have Jody talk next, if that's okay with Jody, but after this clip.
Which one would you like to play? Whose clip?
Go ahead and do whatever's easier.
Okay, I'll play the one I just got right now then.
Okay, awesome.
Get out of that. And get rid of this. And play.
hey guys, I'm just trying to get the word out there for promoting January 3rd, 2018. Francesca's asking that every one of us do a 3 to 5 video. We're asking all our friends and family, please stand behind us, stand beside us, and help us save our innocent children and yours from this horrific, corrupt system. We need 3 to 5 minute videos, not much longer. We need to flood Facebook. We need to flood everywhere. It is global. We just got word of 2 other nations joining. This movement is powerful, and God will get the glory from this. But we need to hurry up and get our continued 3 to 5 minute Facebook Live videos and try to flood Facebook. And let's just get the word out there, guys. Let's be contagious. Let's let them know that we're not going to take this any longer, and that we're not going to let them hurt our children anymore, and we're not going to sit back quietly and go into that good night. It's not going to happen. We are here, we are the people, and we are fighting, and we are going to save our children. So please join me. Make 3 to 5 minute videos about January 3rd, 2018, global citizens arrest, where all you have to do is spread the word that we are not going to be purchasing anything. We're going to hit them where it hurts, and that is in their wallet, because they love to sell our children. We are not going to be buying gas. We're not going to be buying groceries. We're not going to be on the internet. We're not going to be doing anything for January 3rd, 2018. We are going to make the world stop and recognize and acknowledge that they are not going to continue to get away with this.
Tell them you are not violent.
So, anyways, I just wanted to get the word out there, because we have such an amazing leader, Francesca Automato Banfield. She's amazing. She is really a godsend. That woman burns the candle at both ends. She works through sickness. It doesn't matter what's going on. She's passionate. She's out there trying to save your children. We are all joining in this movement, and we are asking every one of you, please support us. Please join us. Help us save all these innocent children. No more death. No more. No more missing kids. No more CPS coming in, knocking on your door, and taking your kids. Because let me tell you, people, you don't realize this can happen to you, and it will if you don't stand up and join. We must fight. We must let them know, again, they cannot have our children any longer. That we are united, that we are many in numbers. This is global, and we are not going to put up with it anymore. God is angry over this. It has broken his heart. He is changing laws. We have backing of President Trump. Thank God for Jehu. Thank God for President Trump. This is global. So get behind us. Support us. Help us save all these innocent children. January 3rd, 2018. Global citizens arrest. Thank you, and God bless.
All right. That was, how do you pronounce your name? Melanie Lee Herring.
Melanie Lee.
Melanie. Sorry.
Thank you so much for that, Melanie. I would really like to have Jody Mueller, a really seasoned warrior here, come on, and I do see some more of you on, and I'm thankful to have you guys here. Jody, if you could please, Jody, you've got some story. We watched you that day in court. What was it? Less than a month ago. I aired that. Go ahead and let them know. Kick some ass, Jody. Do what you're good at.
Well, like Francesca said, about a month ago, outside of the courthouse, the courtroom, I had kind of a meltdown, but it was necessary. I'm not ashamed of it, and I educated about 75 people in the courthouse, 15 deputies and people from another hearing upstairs. The whole entire jury came out. Everyone was surrounding me. What was missing was about 5 minutes of that video, but I educated everybody as to the fact that mothers, no offense to fathers, I'm talking about Iowa here, mothers are not getting visits with their children in the state of Iowa. This is happening a lot of places, but when our kids are being taken, abducted, the judges are granting sole legal to abusers, and we're not even giving visits with our children. So that's why I kind of had that meltdown. Since that time, I've been up to Iowa again, 720 miles, begged to see my children for Christmas. The judge told me no.
Susie, come on. I'm stuck in here. No, that's empty. Now put over there. What happened to money when you come back?
Everything all right?
I don't know.
Lots of background noise.
Okay, go back to Jody. We're good.
Okay, so last week on Monday, I think it was the 11th, I was representing myself again. I was supposed to be there. I don't know why that's cutting out. I don't even know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. I was supposed to have a hearing on temporary custody and therapeutic visits with my children. I even filled out ADA accommodations saying I need therapeutic visits with my children and my children need it because now both of them are suicidal. I've got the doctor's notes to prove it. One of them's been in a mental institution because of this, because of no visitation with the mother. My son, I found out Monday, quit his college. He went in for pre-med. He changed his psychology. His dad had him quit because he was about to uncover what has been happening to him. So his dad convinced him that he doesn't fit in. So now my son is no longer in college. I asked the judge, I went about it a different way, Fran, and I said, I want to know, and I had a motion for release of information because I'm not allowed to go to the school. I'm not allowed to go to parent-teacher conferences. I'm not allowed to even have access to their cumulative file, which is against FERPA. So I asked her for just a simple letter saying that my rights aren't terminated. So I said, are my rights terminated for the record? She says, no, ma'am, your rights have never been terminated. I said, so can I see my kids today? No, ma'am. Why can I not see my kids? So I still don't have an answer, but I do have her on audio because you can put in ADA accommodations. So for any of you that don't know what that is, you can make up your own and you can bring in anyone to be your ADA advocate to see if they violated it. So I put in my ADA accommodations that I have to have audio because I can't remember what a judge says because I'm so traumatized and I can't afford the transcripts, but I still have them. I still have the court reporter in there transcribing because if you don't, they won't let you use the audio for appellate court. So get them both. So I've got those audios coming and I can share them with Fran. I've got another one. I just got a transcript where the GAL stated she doesn't have to abide by the Constitution. And I got that yesterday. So now I can file a complaint on her, which I've already been doing. And I sent an open records request to her boss. And I said, I want to know why she doesn't have to abide by the Constitution. He said, since they're not a government entity, they don't have to go by open records requests. They don't have to answer my questions. And I also asked, why is she even in my children's lives when she's responsible for two dead girls? Two dead girls. I don't have a CPS case, but this lady is the same GAL that allowed two girls to die in foster care. You can put her name up, Nicole Garbus Nolan. Put her in Des Moines Register. Look at it. Natalie Finn, F-I-N-N, and Sabrina Ray both died under her watch. One of them weighed 86 pounds at 16 years old, and one of them weighed 56 pounds, both wearing diapers. Okay? One of them was drop-kicked by the biological son of the foster people, and then they left for Disney World and let her sit there, lay there, dying. So this is the same guardian ad litem in my case that said, my kids, we don't have to do a FINA case in the juvenile, which is families in need of assistance, because my girls adamantly hate my guts. Well, in a FINA in juvenile, you only have to prove there's a breakdown of the relationship between a parent and a child. I already proved that. She proved it for me and said they hate me. What does the judge do? She says, I'm concerned about these kids, and 2 weeks later, she just dismisses the case. So that now is appeals court. We'll see. But I write letters to every judge. I don't write just to my judge. I write to every judge in my district and shame the hell out of my judges. And I've been doing it so much that I just heard that my judge that took my kids from me is retiring, is what I've heard lately. Governor Kim Reynolds just let the best judge go, who's the only fair judge in Polk County, Mary Pat Gunderson, that's jailed my ex for kidnapping kids. Let her go and put in another judge. The judge that she's got coming in is a lawyer, and the lawyer says, this is on the Des Moines Register, that I'm going to wear 2 hats as judge, counselor and judge. Counselor and judge, well, that's what they're all doing. So I don't think we need lawyers in there at all. We need regular laypersons, I think, but especially people with a forensic psychology degree. Why are our judges even taking our kids in the chambers? They're not counselors. I had one judge in Texas. I said, take kids in the chambers. He said, yeah. I go, what were you before you were a judge? He said, a CPA. Oh, are you doing the kids' math homework? Don't take them in your chambers, because if you continue to do this, we can do what all the girls are doing to Trump and all these other legislators. We can say they're sexually abusing our kids then.
That's right. That's right. You got it.
And let them defend a negative, because they're all pedophiles anyway.
They are.
We might as well. But anyway, I just want to let people know, do your ADA accommodations. Do this global citizens arrest where you are not buying things. I myself haven't bought things for over a month because I don't have any money left. So I do it every day. I don't buy anything. I have a Christmas tree up for the first time in 4 years. There will be 0 gifts under there. Not only because I'm not buying anything, but because my kids now, they don't thank me for anything anyway. They're completely alienated thanks to these judges. And people keep saying, you're a man hater. Oh, no, I'm not a man hater. I'm a judge hater, lawyer hater, guardian ad litem hater. My ex could never have done this. Never, without the help of those judges and lawyers and guardian ad litems. This ain't about Tim Terry. This is about the corruption altogether. And I told the judge on Monday, I don't want to be a lawyer. I frickin' hate lawyers. I told her that in the courtroom. I don't want to be one. I was thrust into this position. And so I sit here at this desk 16 hours a day at the minimum, researching case law, researching Black's Law Dictionary. I don't want to do this. This isn't fun for me. I want to be buying Christmas gifts for my freaking 4 children, right? So I hope this video gets out, because I'm tired of being called a man hater. I'm not. I've helped as many men as I have women. I write motions for men. I even wrote motions for a guy to get out of child support, okay? He's paying child support for a kid that's way past 18. I mean, this is ridiculous. I think we need to be maybe file motions for contempt on the child support workers. Why are they taking child support for kids that are way aged out, and the child support is paid up? It's not like these aren't even people that are paying it, that are that they don't even owe it. They're paid up. So anyway, that's that. When I get these audios, you guys can hear them. The one where I told the judge, this was a month ago, Fran, I said, why are you sitting there in your robe in front of a fake flag in a fake courtroom telling me I can't see my children? That's what I want to know. And I immediately Thompson there, but they don't scare me. And I told the one Monday, you know what? You can do whatever you want to me and all these other parents. You're never going to take the DNA out of my children that I am their parent, no matter what you do. And I said, and you're never going to take the memories from me either.
Right.
But
thank you, Jody. Thank
I'm
you so
behind
much.
you all the way. Don't buy anything. Like I said, I haven't been buying anyway, but yeah, I'll do the video too. I just haven't done it yet, but
That's okay. Thank you, though. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And really, I love you.
Well, I'm just going to call me in on this meeting.
I would say keep shaming the judges. Don't just write your own judge. Write every judge in the district and tell them what those judges have done to you.
Right now, what medicine?
Taking this with us.
Okay, don't you
Should
want to
have
put it
it
in the
with
boxes?
us. No.
Why? That's for this.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know where that background noise is coming from.
I don't know if you can hear me, but
I can
everyone,
hear you.
if you're writing,
I cannot
judges,
hear Francesca, though.
Can you hear me?
Francesca, I cannot hear you, but I can hear you.
I
Jody.
just found the last one that needed to be muted, and I'm going to call on the next person. Jody, thank you so very much for your voice, for all that you've been through. It's I can't even put it into words what you've been through, and the fact that you're such an outspoken voice for so many people. And
I've got 64 days left, 64, and then I have to quit. My kids are aging out in 64 days. I've had no help seeing them, and it'll be over for them. They'll never be back. Just like the older two will never be back. So after 64 days, I have no other choice but to start fighting grandparents' rights. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
All I can say is, Jody, this day, January 3rd, 2018, is the only answer I feel is that we need as a global effort to put a stop to this abuse to families, because your story is one of millions. You are representative of millions of parents. It is something that nobody should have ever had to go through for one fucking second, let alone how long as you have gone through it. Okay, and all these other people that are about to speak today. And there is no other answer. There's no such thing as reform on this. There is no such thing as reform. You cannot reform Satan. You cannot reform Hitler. We have to abolish the sick, psychopathic, the sick evil. It's an evil. And yes, you're right. I was in a West Virginia court with their maritime bullshit and their fake flag standing there with this moron judge that threw me out. Nobody throws me out, honey. Nobody throws me out and gets away with it. He will not get away with it. They can call me whatever they want to call me. I know who I am, and I know whose I am, too. Thank you, Jody. We're going to go on to the next clip here. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you.
We got another clip coming.
Here we go. Let's go to Dawn.
Hello, Americans. Francesca's group, Punished for Protecting, of which I am a part, is planning a nationwide event to begin on January 3rd, 2018. That event is intended to increase awareness of a huge national problem which is not understood by many people. The family rights movement, which includes PFP, is a rapidly growing civil rights movement. It has to do with the rampant judicial corruption which exists in the so-called family courts throughout this country. For decades, the judges in those lower courts have routinely violated the rights of American citizens on a regular basis. Each and every time they violate a person's rights, that judge is committing a felony under U.S. Code Title 18, Section 242. Unfortunately for America, the judges who engage in that criminal enterprise have not been prosecuted for their numerous crimes against the American people. The reason they have not been prosecuted for their crimes is that the judges over them protect them. Their organization is very much like that of the mafia. They protect their fellow criminals. Refusing to indict and prosecute the crooked judges for their crimes has enabled their criminality to continue unabated. When the crooked judges do not get prosecuted for their crimes, they continue to engage in those crimes. The racket is extremely lucrative. They have received hundreds of billions of dollars from the federal government, which has been funded for their racket. That money has been stolen from the Social Security Trust Fund. Some of the more frequent violations of the rights of Americans by the crooked judges have been denying their rights to free speech, denying their right to a jury trial, and denying their right to due process of law. Such deprivation of people's rights enabled the crooked judges to strip their victims of their money and their children. The child trafficking racket that exists in the family courts is enormous. American children have been judicially kidnapped by the millions. Research has shown that about 85% of the parents from whom the children are kidnapped are fit parents. They are not unfit parents. But all children have a big price on their heads in the child trafficking racket. For each child stolen, it has been reported that the crooks and their bad actor friends get $10,000 a month to split them up among themselves as bonuses. As the children are taken from their families, they are placed in the foster care industry, where they are frequently sexually abused, physically and chemically abused. If they are adopted, the crooks get a big bonus. The event beginning January 3rd may help to bring greater attention to this horrible matter which has been called the American Holocaust. On January 3rd, people are requested to engage in a boycott against buying anything. Some people will not even be going to work that day. It is intended to be a day of protest.
There we have it.
So we also have another video which we're going to show later, and we're going to show the opening video again at the end. So for some people who didn't get to see it in the beginning, but I just want to tell you guys, I do this work every day, 7 days a week. There's no stopping. There's no resting. There's no breaks. I do it with a broken heart every day of my life. And we'll do this until we end this diabolical system. And as we continue to show these families right now, I'm going to ask everybody that does get a chance to speak, please keep it with under, please, 5 minutes for the sake of others. Please be mindful of that. It's really important. But we have another video which we'll show towards the end of this clip today of Don Rufty. And it actually has 77,000 views on it, guys. It has 77,000 views. Now, I want you to know that I receive personally thousands of messages per day, and I want to just say, sorry, I need to sign something. I want to just say that if I'm getting as many messages as I'm getting, then it goes to show you, and I'm getting these messages globally. It goes to show you that, hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to sign something. Sorry, thank you. It goes to show you that we have, well, first of all, and I'm getting messages from literally, I'm not joking, South Africa, United Kingdom, you know, notice we have a page now, United Kingdom, Canada, you notice we've had a page for quite some time, right when this started, since August. Did I say UK? I've got, yeah, I'm getting them from Ukraine. I'm getting them from India. I'm getting that. I mean, if you even check through here now, you'll see all the different countries that are representative. We're getting them from Australia. We've got a chapter there now. Everywhere, all over this globe, this is something that's happening, which goes to show you that there are so many more of us. If you check the demographics of every state and every country, you will see how many people live in these areas that can implode this system. Okay, we can do this if we make our voices combine, okay, and we do this together. And we do this as a global event. I didn't anticipate for this to become something that was global. I only thought I was going national. You know, we think small-minded sometimes, but we have to realize that this is a global epidemic. And we cannot allow this to continue anymore. You have to share this video. You have to let your voice be known. Everywhere I go, I talk to the people that are around me. Every physical location I go to, it doesn't matter. I tell them about this. I tell them what I do. And that's what you all need to be doing. We need to flood Facebook with this message. Okay? We have impoverished families, so it's not hard for you to not spend money. We have families who have lost everything. So what's one more day to just cease what you're doing? It would be like we ceased existing because they've made people cease existing. When you take somebody's children, you have done something that is so barbarically diabolical and so sacrilegious and so sacred of a bond. And yet we have fallen asleep for years and thought that this was okay. This is not okay. We have to stop it, and we have the power to do that. We're going to show another clip now. Another one, whatever Ted wants to show. We've got more, and then I'm going to go to Tina Mello, and then after that I'm going to go to Melanie, and I have more people on here that I need, and I see numbers, and if I don't have a name, I will not call on you. I will not call on you if I don't see names. I'm sorry. I need to go to Shar as well, but I'm going to have Ted go ahead and show another clip right now.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is Jessica. I'm the chapter leader for Sullivan County, New York, and you know, I'm just wondering, are you guys really out there listening? And especially for January 3rd, 2018, the Citizens Arrest Day. Don't buy nothing at all. Whatever you need, you buy the day before or the day after, not on that day. This is the day that everything stops. It stops for you. It stops for us. Because you know what? We want to make our message loud and clear to the system, to the corrupted courts, to the lawyers, to CPS. This is absolutely sickening. For the videos that I found last night on YouTube about a judge in Denver, Colorado. They actually went on after CPS, this judge did. And I actually shared it on my Facebook. And there are arrests being made. People got fired. And due to, you know, a child lost its life while they were in the hands of CPS. And they admitted it. It's absolutely sickening, horrifying, and it needs to stop. You know, there are many of us that don't have our children for Christmas. And this part of having to do with January 3rd. Let's bring our kids home for good, guys. Come on. Let's stand together as a globe, as a unit. We have to tear down the system. Then we could build it back up, make it better to where it's supposed to work for the children, where they are made to follow the laws. They're breaking the laws. They're violating our rights left and right, and they're not following any of the constitutional rights at all. And I've had it, and there are so many people that have had it. It's just, I'm done. You know? Let's bring our kids back, and let's do this thing with January 3rd, 2018. We're going to rock this nation. And there are many countries that are joining with us. We all have to work together as a whole to get this done. We can't do this single-handedly because nothing's going to get done. The message isn't going to be made loud and clear. So January 3rd is going to be a huge statement, and I'm pretty sure it'll end up making the history books. So I hope everybody's on board. I really do. Because it's not just me. There's now billions, possibly trillions of us now that's doing this. Alright, guys? So please post your 3 to 5 minute video supporting the January 3rd event, 2018. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Have a good day, everybody.
All right. That was Jessica Erickson.
Yeah, that was Jessica Erickson. And before I introduce the next guest, this is my son. Can you guys see? This is Christian. I didn't have him for 8 months. He was taken on January 3rd last year due to judicial retaliation.
Hi, Christian.
And he wants to say something. January 3rd, 2018, buddy, what do you want to say about that?
I love my mom more than anything. I do it for me.
Can you say that really loud?
I love my mom more than anything, so do it for me.
Thank you, buddy. So I have my son back. It took me 8 months of pure hell and fighting like a warrior like you can't even imagine. And I'm not done. And I know the pain, guys. I know the pain. I know. I don't know how some of you are doing it because you've done it far longer. And I know the fakeness of it all. I know the false allegations. I know all the bull crap. I know every lie that they tell. I know how they manipulate the system. I know how they waste your time. I know how they keep kids in limbo. I know how they keep your case in limbo. I court watch these psychopathic judges. I see how they push court dates out when your child is in dire need and your family is bleeding, literally bleeding blood that you don't see. I know. I've been there. We've been there. And I chose the day January 3rd because of my son specifically. I don't know why this is showing, but I'm going to call on right now Charlene. Right after Charlene, I'm going to have Holly. Right after Holly, I'm going to have, I'm sorry, give me a second here. Kind of Melanie. So Charlene, Holly, Melanie. I need you guys to stick to 3 minutes each, one right after the other, please. Thank you. So Charlene first, and then Holly, and then Melanie. 3 minutes each.
Okay, audio's on. Hi, everybody. You know, I've been out here well over 15 years. Actually, I've been on the web since it's been on the web. I've been throwing up boot signals, just like smoke signals. Each boot that I threw up all the time was also, I have lawyers, doctors, parents, children on my page. Usually when that boot would go up, it really meant I was in a need of something. The need would come behind scenes because we weren't allowed to voice our opinion or to voice what was actually happening behind scenes. What was usually happening is a parent was calling me to help them get their child. A parent was calling me to go to a hospital to watch that they didn't steal their babies. A parent was calling me because the court was doing them wrong. I would get letters in my mailbox like I was China to please go get their kids. We've had 2 that were raped, 1 that was killed through the system. At that time, I went and got my license. Yes, I became one of them. I became a foster parent. I became an adoptive parent. From the inside out was the only way to do it at the time. And to this day, I still am inside out. The only thing now, it's now out. January 3rd, please stand up. This is the most sickening thing that you can ever not stand up for your children or anybody else's. 1 out of 5 families are affected. Look on your block. 1 person on that block had this in their home. This sickness. This is so sick, you would not believe it. We're bringing it raw, real, live, backwards, forwards, inside out. If you don't get it by now, you're not going to get it. Let me tell you something. January 3rd, please stand up. Let us hear your voices. And if you see somebody in distress out there that is voicing their opinion and you think that they're being abrupt or raw or off a little bit, no. It's what the system did to them or is doing to them. Now, if you're watching them and they look like that and sound like that, it's because of what's being done to them. It's personally tearing them up. And this is how suicide comes in. This is how drugs come in. This is how people just automatically flip or lose their mind for real. This is sickening. I am begging you on January 3rd to stand up for these kids. This is enough. You need to go anywhere, do anything, stand outside a courtroom, stand outside your house, put signs on your car, hang a damn banner from your roof. Do whatever you have to do to bring the awareness. And at this point, I'm crying because I've been waiting a long time for this day to come. I'm not silent anymore, and that's happy for me. But I'm silent in my heart for the deaths of the children that are real. Please, January 3rd, stand up.
Thank you so much, Charlene. We're going to go to Holly and then Melanie. Thank you for keeping it within 3 minutes. I see 3 men I'm going to have on after that. I'm going to have Richard, Dawn, and Melton Kent Jr. after the three of you, but I'm going to pause in between each one. I do want to say, Charlene, yes, it's not just about not purchasing all day. No gas, no buying.
Francesca?
No shopping. No, I can't have talking, please. No, just protest as well. Protest, get with chapter leaders. There's different groups that are having specific protests for the day as well. Or you can just stay home if that's what you choose to do. But I'm going to have now Holly. Just unmuted you, honey. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I hope we're all doing well. I'm not doing so well. I'm trying to do the best that I can do. It is back to back, like Fran said earlier. It's nonstop. First, I need to tell you that God needs to be first, because he's the reason that any of us are here, and he wants us to know that. I promise you we'll all have that day for judgment. It's not a threat. It's a promise. Through my faith, I can tell you that through personal testimony. He asked us to believe it, ask for it, and go do it for him, because he needs foot soldiers. He can do the miracle. He can do anything he wants to do, but he wants us to know that's our purpose, and that's it. It's not things. It's not money. It's not control. It's not agenda. It's love, enjoying, and trying every day to be more like Jesus. We need to teach people. That's one of our biggest hurdles. People do not know. They're brainwashed by design. So we have to teach them. We have to reach. We have hurting people out here because of this designed genocide. They're needing stuff nonstop. They're alone. They have nobody. They have their town groups of heroes is what they have. We have to think like that, people. Reach out in your town if you have to go into a parking lot and recruit just like they do. We have to think bigger than them because they are so big. They're global. Every town across this globe. We got to get shapeless and uncomfortable, or it will not change and we will be dead and it will not matter. And you will find out there's a God. No matter what, you need to do this only. Don't post about any distraction. Don't answer questions Facebook puts on for the distraction. Think smart. We have to love people. We have to love all people, even the people on this whole entire globe, even the ones that are angry and crazy. Because world family, why are we crazy and angry? Because we're all hurting and we're all equal. We all need that unconditional help. And we can't do that unless we're selfless. If we don't worry about ourselves, we can do it. We can save it and we can live life. If we are selfish and we stay divided, we will not have life. We will have eternal life, or we will have eternal burning in hell, which is actually kind of feeling like hell on earth at the moment. Today for me is January 3rd. I'm broke as a joke all the time because I'm injured. I am learning to be bigger with people that know. They're educating me. I never thought I could. I'm 43 years old and I'm living my dream. I'm saving the world. I am finally Wonder Woman. I wanted to be since I was 5 years old. They can take me out to do this. This is my legacy. I'm Holly Dyke. I'm 43 years old. Glasgow, Kentucky took my babies in 2006, all four of them, on lies and fraud. Took my due process. My pay lawyer stole my children going on 12 years. My baby ages out July 7th. I thought, oh, my children are aged out. I can enjoy them now. And no, I'm saving the world instead. Then we're going to enjoy life. That's what we all have to think. That's where we all have to get our minds. This is more than serious, folks. This is designed criminals, corporate mafias, bad ones, not good ones, not good ones. It's taking out humans that don't matter to them. there's a list of people that do matter. And on that list of people are people that will be able to take care of robots, fix robots, and make robots. And we're not robots. We don't matter. They're killing our kids, folks. What else matters? What else matters if they're killing kids?
Yep.
Can somebody answer that for me that also has audio?
You're 100%
if they're
right,
killing our babies, they're stealing stuff off of our babies. That's why they're taking them.
Drugging them.
They're taking eggs. They're taking sperm. They have an agenda. There's so much stuff that's happening. If y'all heard the truth, you wouldn't be able to live. But guess who knows and guess who's doing it?
Okay, I'm going to move on to now. Thank you so much, Holly. Thank you. I'm going to move on to now. I'm sorry, I have to keep it within 3 minutes. And thank you for that, though, very much. I'm going to go now to Melanie and Georgia, and I really need you guys to keep it 3 minutes. I'm trying to unmute you, honey. I can't unmute you. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I've been crying. I'm not an emotional person, but I've just been crying listening to all these horror stories and more. I got in this fight years ago when I gave my life to Jesus, and I said, Father, break my heart for what breaks yours. And I thought it was going to send me to Africa. I thought that, I would be singing because I was leading praise and worship at a 2,500 member church. I'd always sang for him. And instead, I was thrown into this corruption. Now, I can tell you, had I not personally been in it, I never would have believed it. I can tell you that it is real. The reality of this hell that we have to live in, I mean, there's no words. My son was taken from me because he had a lot of issues. He had blood in his underwear. He started drawing pictures of penis on stage. He started saying things that a child has no business saying. And because of the fact that the involvement of these government officials and the people involved in this, I have basically been fighting a losing battle for the last 10 years, but especially 7. But I made him a promise a long time ago. Is they were literally ripping him from me. They had him by the heels, and he ripped my shirt and the inside of my car. And he's looking in my eyes. He said, Mama, please promise me no matter what, you won't give up. You won't stop fighting. They took half of my soul that day. And it's still in Augusta with that baby. He has been alienated, abused. I have been labeled crazy, delusional, Munchausen by proxy, all the above. I went and have had 11 psych evals personally just to continue to prove how black and white this issue is. My ex actually is a criminal. It's all on record, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter in this. And so I stay in this fight because I made a promise to a little boy a long time ago. And I know it breaks God's heart that this evil exists. I have people that message me, friends, family, everyone. Why don't you just give up? I thought you said God was going to change things. I thought you said that God was in the midst of this. He is. He doesn't move when we want him to move. His time is not our time. And I fight every single day to keep that promise to that little boy. I've lost everything. I've lost my friends and my family. Trying to hold on to my son by a thread. Because I'm the only voice that he has. And in that, I promised God, I promised everyone that no matter what, I would not only fight for my child, but I would fight for yours. Many of you don't know what the government had planned. You don't know that this could happen to you. No one is immune to this. A child is nothing but money and dollar signs to our government. And everything that Holly has said, everything that everyone has said, if you knew the truth, you would probably curl up in the fetal position for about a week, sucking your thumb and not wanting to even open the door to go outside. This is the hell that we live every day. This is our reality. My little boy did nothing to deserve this except he was born. I kill every day, knowing that I'm the one who brought them into this world. But I also know that God is in control no matter what it looks like. That He's not happy. That He knows our cries. He's heard our cries, and the system is going to change. I'm begging y'all. Don't just do it for Aiden. Don't just do it for the millions of children in this world that are in this situation. Do it for the fact that this could be your child. This could be your grandchild. This could be your nephew or your niece. You don't know what they're capable of. Please stand with us January 3rd, 2018. Help us save these children. Help us change this rule, change the system, and change the law, and put these government officials behind bars where they belong, because all they do is destroy lives. They destroy your finances so that you can't fight back. They destroy your reputation. They destroy everything associated with you. It's not a joke. It'd be so easy to go into a mental institution and just be drugged up and not have to fight this anymore. It takes courage and it takes strength every day to face this battle. But I just want you to know, I'm not just fighting for my own child January 3rd on 2018. I'm fighting for everyone's child. I'm fighting for your child that's going to end up in this system if you don't stand up and you don't fight back. You don't know what these monsters are capable of, and I don't think you could handle knowing. Please stand with us January 3rd, 2018. Global citizens arrest. Do not buy anything. Do not give into the economy. Do not buy groceries. Do not do anything to support this system any longer.
One day. One day. Well, thank you, Melanie. Thank you.
God be with
so much. I wish I could be there to give you a hug right now. Melanie, I love you so much. Thank you for your voice today. Thank you. I'm going to go on to three more gentlemen right now. We got Richard Provost, Don Rufty. I need you guys to keep it 3 minutes. 3 minutes, please. But before I do, I have a special guest on right now. I have Melton Kent. This is a member of Shannon, just passed away. Just passed away in Georgia, the same state where Melanie is from. There's massive corruption in Georgia. So I'm going to ask you, Melton, to please go ahead. I know you have some words, and we just want to give you the floor for a moment here, sir. And God bless you. And
yes, Miss Banfield, thank you for having me on here. Miss Melanie, I feel your pain, honey. I'm behind you 100%. Shannon was my cousin, and she lost her daughter and both her sons to her ex-boyfriend. The two sons were their biological father, but the daughter had no ties to him whatsoever. She's 14 years old, and Judge David Roper in Augusta took her from her, just ripped her out of her arms and gave her to someone who wasn't even family. And 3 months ago, the little girl Angelina, she lost her father to a heroin overdose a week after he was out of jail. And he spent time with both of them prior to that. And then here it is 3 months later, and Shannon had finally won her daughter back. She had went to school. She had got her diploma or degree. She had only been 3 to 4 weeks at her new job at the hospital. I talked to her every day. She loved what she did, and she went to help a friend and lost her life. And now her youngest boy is with his father, who abandoned them 6 months ago and left them and went to Columbia, South Carolina, and didn't pay anything to her, didn't do anything for her. She struggled and did everything herself and with the help of her dad. So, Melanie, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. And like you said, our court system is just as corrupt as can be. And I don't know about Angelina, where she's going to go. Shannon had just found her mom.
Oh, I think we lost him. His connection just dropped. Are you with us, Francesca?
Melton, yes. Did Melton just drop?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll probably get him back on, but I'm going to go to Rich Provost for 3 minutes, and then Don Rufty for 3 minutes, and then I have a few things to say, and then we can show the rest of the clips that we have, unless we get Melton back on.
Okay. So who is next?
Sorry, it's going to be Rich. I just need to unmute him, and then it'll be Don. Hold on, it will not unmute. I just unmuted him.
I'll try to make my son's story. Basically, both of my sons' child abuse neglect cases were.
You're not loud. Your volume needs to go up.
Mm.
And he's going to talk about the horrible state of West Virginia. By the way, the horrible state of West Virginia. They should be shamed. These people, these judges.
I'm trying to see what's going on.
Go ahead, try it, Rich.
Is it any better?
It's going to have to be. Go ahead.
Serious. Okay. I mean, am I loud enough or?
Yeah, it is now. Whatever happened, it just went loud.
I just moved. Both of my son's child abuse and neglect cases, 2005 to 2008, they rigged his case. They allowed him to be abused, severely abused by his mother and her boyfriend, beat him with belts and everything else. The hospitals covered it up, Wood County CPS, the courts, and they lost all this evidence. And then they dragged me into court illegally for 2 years, and I beat their asses all over the courtroom. I'm the first person in history to beat a true CPS kangaroo court process between 5 to 8 times in 2 years. They couldn't beat me in court, they couldn't beat me out of court, and they couldn't beat me with collaborated corruption. I beat corruption in its prime. Wood County, every single one of them judges, attorneys, CPS, they need to be placed in cuffs, every single one of them, and thrown under the prison. That whole system in West Virginia, because West Virginia is supposed to be the #1 corrupted state in the union. Everybody's connected. Clear up to the governor's office. He's the one that hands down all these orders for judges and attorneys and CPS to do this stuff. You can't file any complaints. I sent them so much evidence that it should have crumbled Wood County courts and CPS. They did nothing. But that's like that much of my son's story. But I guess I'm finished.
Thank you, Rich. And I have to say, I'm court watching West Virginia yesterday, and I've been researching it, and I do know a lot about West Virginia from last year, Wood County specifically, but he's not kidding. All I have to say is he's not kidding. He's not joking. All right, I'm going to go to Don Rufty now for 3 minutes, and then we're going to show some clips. Thank you, Don. You're on.
The SR family court system is corrupt in every state. The judges violate people's rights, and every time they do, they're committing a felony. They're not being prosecuted for the felonies that they commit because they're protected by the judges over them. It's like the mafia. It is very encouraging to see the people of this country increasingly coming together, which they are, and Francesca is helping that. She's good at bringing people together. And so that's what needs to happen. I was talking last night, I met somebody last night who was connected with an organization of a lot of churches. And so I, acquainted her with this problem. And so she sent me a friend request, and I accepted that. And so I had communication with her this morning. There's no legitimate reason that I see why churches should not be involved in this. It is only reasonable that any pastor, preacher, or minister should be concerned about the members of his flock. And it would be extremely unlikely if there were not people in his congregation who are not going through this abomination. So the solution to this problem is for the judges who really are the source of the problem to go to prison. They need to, just like Richard said, these people need to be prosecuted for their crimes. And when that happens, the family court racket will crumble like a cookie. It will fall apart like a house of cards. And I do not believe that that will happen, or that racket will come to an end before the judges start going to prison. As soon as they start going to prison, that racket will stop. There will not be any new victims, because all of the judges will report to the bench acting like they have a halo over their heads. So they won't be committing any new crimes because they'll be scared that they'll be going to prison next. But that does not erase the crimes they've already committed against the people we've heard speak today and all the people who we did not hear to speak today. Donald Trump is the real answer to this. And I believe that he is coming closer and closer to us. He has received boxes and boxes and boxes of letters from all over the country, just from people that I know about this problem. So he's completely aware of it. Hopefully, Jeff Sessions will be instructed by him to take a strong hand on behalf of the American people. So I see January 3rd as a day in which we should absolutely flood Facebook and social media with information about this racket. The vast majority of the American people are unaware that these judges are committing crimes against the American citizens. They would be outraged if they were to become aware of that. So right now, a major objective for us is public education, because public education will increase public awareness. Public awareness will bring public scrutiny, and public scrutiny will bring public pressure. I've seen that. I've been very instrumental in that in Charlotte, North Carolina, in 20 years ago, back in the late 90s. So that is what will bring President Trump as a champion of the American people.
Don, thank you so very much for that. I don't see Tina on, but I'm hoping she's going to get back on because she has a lot to say, especially about globally, because we have so many people involved globally, and Tina speaks every single language. And we're bringing all kinds of people together around the globe. Okay, unfortunately, she's at the eye doctor, so we're going to get some clips of Tina. Maybe not in this episode, but I'll start sharing them more. Please look for Tina Mello, TinaMelo. She has the Indigo Justice. She's a designer. She is we are in partnership with her, Punished for Protecting. She's using all kinds of children to represent the abuses that they have been put through the Family Court and Child Predator Services. We are partners, myself and Tina Mello, Punished for Protecting, and Tina Mello, and the Indigo Justice. She's actually absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I don't know if maybe Ted at some point you can maybe put just a picture up of her and all the amazing things that she has been doing as a designer. She knows every single designer in the business. If we unfortunately we can't get her on today, I really wanted her to. I do not know who 706 is. If 706 that's on this chat right here can inbox me through the chat here and tell me who you are, I will get you on. Sadly, we got Shannon's family member got kicked off. But we're going to have Ted go ahead and show a few more clips. Guys, protesting on that day is part of this. That's fine. Not just not spending money worldwide to make this point, to make our voices loud and clear. These heartbreaking stories, like I said, I literally pray around the clock to keep myself guarded, to keep myself going. I don't know if some of you understand that, but you got to guard your heart in this. Because it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. We have to do this. We have to stay strong. We have to stay front lines. We have to move forward, and we have to fight this diabolical, demonic, disgusting system. Don, I absolutely agree wholeheartedly. All churches should be involved in this. Put your money where your mouth is. I've been in many churches growing up, preaching at the pulpits. You know what? That's great. You're preaching to the choir when you're preaching at the pulpits. Real ministry starts in the real world, guys. That's where real ministry starts. It's not about fake people being all religious. It's about having a real relationship with Jesus Christ and going out there and being his hands and feet and mouths and doing what he calls us to do. And if the shit word comes out of your mouth sometimes, that doesn't make you not a Christian. That makes you somebody that has a passionate heart, that wants to be out there doing what needs to be done, because we need to save families and children worldwide. So that's the real ministries. I want to see ministries take action, okay? Not do what I see a lot of ministries do, because I've been a part of the churches since I'm a kid. And I have a real relationship with Jesus Christ. So, okay, let's see. Still wanting to see who 706 is. I'd like to have you on. I'm going to give you a quick second here. Actually, Tina is on. So, Tina, if you could go ahead and do a little 3-minute plug, please, honey, and tell us about what you're doing with Indigo Justice. And thank you for being a powerful voice. And then Ed's going to, Ted, I was thinking of my friend Ed. Ted is going to show the last few pieces, and then the final piece from Dawn, the 77,000 views from Dawn right after Tina, and then close it off with Luciana's video, if you don't mind.
Hey, Fran, if you can hear me, I need to get out as soon as possible before my sister gets out of the eye doctor.
It's okay.
Minutes. Can anybody see me?
Yeah, so if you could just go for like three minutes would be great, Tina. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's been hard for me. I've been with my sister. She's handicapped, so had to. So I've got only a few minutes. Everyone, for those that are in Germany, ich heiße Frau Kufner und wir machen eine Globe zu nicht kaufen, gar nichts in Europa, Deutschland, Asia, everywhere. So hello, everyone. I'm like the spokesperson for Rhode Island, New York, and Germany, because my situation was an international case. My kids were trafficked via the court system. Money was involved, and of course, hiding child pornography, 45 images. I had 45 images of confirmed evidence, and I mean, you can't get any more proof than that. And I ended up losing my kids through a false international child abduction using the Hague Convention, which is a lot of them are using. When I was on a 2-week vacation in the States, and I fell into a trap. 6 weeks later, I lost my kids, and then and before that started, I had custody of my kids in 2 countries. So, you know, I know how bad it is. I've been through it all. Mine was in 2007, so you can imagine how long I've been involved in this. So, anybody and everybody that's out there, I can't post. Facebook has put me on probation. So I want this video as soon as the 23rd, I can share it with all my Anon groups around the world. But I want everyone to understand that this is not a joke. This is real. I've spent a lot of time with mothers in Germany concerning the Jugendamt. I know where it started. I've tried to inform people that it's been going on. It was Hitler who started this, and he has, even though he's dead, it's still going on. So everybody, please do not buy anything. We're going to do more than this. This is just a start. And I want everyone to join us. Tell everybody, I'm even in the eye doctors, I'm telling them as well, do not buy anything on January 3rd, 2008, because I'll tell you that money through the gas alone, if you know that money is backed by gas, no longer dollars, you will not buy gas. So everybody, please don't shop, don't buy gas, don't buy coffee. Of course, coffee is another one. So everyone, I want you to please join us. I know a lot of you out there, I've known you for years. Hello. Keep spreading it. I don't care. These people are not on Facebook. Just everywhere you go, tell them about January 3rd, because I'm doing it. We can reach out to more people if we just talk to people in line or go shopping or tell them, do you know about January 3rd? Because I'm doing that. All right, everybody? I am 100% on this. We're going to make a difference because, as someone mentioned before, I had a few seconds to hear someone talking. I don't remember who it was. But she did say something about warriors. Well, guess what? My Indigo Justice collection is about warriors. And we should all change our profile pictures to that warrior. Because we are. Because we've gone through it. We know what they're doing. We know every inch of what they do. So guess what? We survived it. My kids outgrew it too. They're 17, 18. They hate me too. But does that mean I'm going to stop and walk away from this? No. It was God that kept me alive. God has given us strength to continue to fight because this has gotten worse. So everybody, those that have survived this and are still in the battle, trust me, you're going to be a lot stronger. And that's why we all have to work together. Because in the end, there's more of us than of them. Amen. So everybody, ciao. Before I get yelled at.
Thank you so much. Ciao, Bella. God bless you.
Ciao.
I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, a second here, and then we're going to go on to all the event trips that we have to end this show today. Guys, I can't emphasize this enough. We need Jody Mueller made a very good point, and I've been adding this to all our videos. Absolutely and positively, guys, very important that you do no banking interactions. Do not walk into banks that day. Do not walk into post offices that day. And if you have your rent due or your mortgage on that day, listen, you got to do what you got to do. But for the most part, those of you that are taking off work, I'm very proud of you. Go ahead and do that. Listen, a world without parents wouldn't have a job. Okay. So if we're not telling you to do something that's going to jeopardize your lives. Be smart in your decision making. Obviously, if you're a surgeon, go to work that day. We don't want somebody dying because you didn't go, things like that. But for the rest of us, we can do what we can do, but no spending, no spending, no spending. Drain the sewage. No spending, no spending. You understand? That's what's going to get these mother you-know-whaters, okay? Now listen, we're going after them after that. We are going to make our countries work for us after that. We will have the voice that we need after that to put them in their positions that they're supposed to do for us, like citizens arrest. We are not stopping at no spending on January 3rd. There is more to this that we are doing. We are not playing. These are our families, and these are our countries, and we are not playing anymore. 7:06, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. I don't know who you are. I'm going to give it a chance. We'll mute you if we have to, if we don't know who you are, but we're going to take a chance here. Go ahead. 7:06, who are you? Okay, whoever they are, they're not talking, so we're going to skip. I'm going to go to Ted. Ted's going to play the final videos. Here, dog barking. I'm going to mute that. Ted's going to play the last videos, and then also, if you don't mind, play Luciana's at the very end. Thank you.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just taking a few minutes out of my busy schedule. I wanted to talk to you about something that I'm sure most of you know what's going on, but most of you also don't know what's going on. January the 3rd, 2018, America is going to come to a standstill. A standstill in honor of the millions of children that have been kidnapped, murdered, sold. Yes, a modern slavery, correct. This is the new trend that has been going on for many, many years in America. Many years. Family court has become a billion-dollar industry. And the saddest part about this is that The system was created that way. The system was created that way to protect these corrupt people. These are the laws that have been passed overnight. These are the laws that have been put in place. And until you go into family court, until you realize that, oh my God, it's happening to too many people. Unfortunately, it has taken millions of kids, millions of parents that have committed suicide, millions of separated families. And these judges just continue, and it just becomes business as normal. In California itself, judges have not been audited for over 40 years. They have not been audited. Laws have been passed to support politicians. Laws have been passed to protect these people. We have decided, through Punish for Protecting, we have decided January the 3rd, 2018 is when we own our dignity. Yes, we've lost our children. Yes, we've lost our properties. Yes, we've been stripped naked. But we have not lost our self-dignity. But to make it very clear, we have decided January the 3rd, 2018, we will stand up straight and we will own it. We will send a strong message to judges, to lawyers, liars, court reporters, and all court administrators. The way we will do it is we will not shop. We will not put in gas. The only gas we're going to pass is the one behind us. We will not buy anything. We will not continue to pay taxes. That's what we'll be doing. We will send a strong message. We will never, never continue to foot the retirements and pensions of these judges, these corrupt courts. We're saying that's it, enough. We're not doing it anymore. And if they've not taken us serious, you better believe they'll take us serious on January the 3rd. Because we will unite around the world. We will unite Australia, the UK, America, Canada. We're saying, not anymore. You're not going to use our money and our heartache, our right to our constitution, our pursuit of happiness. You use it as a piggy bank to facilitate your pensions, your retirements. Shame on you, sis. Ugh, horrible. How mean can you be? How do you sleep? Well, guess what? We'll see how you sleep on January the 3rd when we just shut America down. We will shut America down. We Punish for Protecting. We will shut America down. So please, everybody, have a wonderful Christmas. Just remember, don't think it's not going to happen to you because you don't have children and you have not been in family court. Please support this movement. It is crazy. It's been going on for many, many years. Family court has been a billion-dollar industry for decades. Let's stop it. Let's say enough is enough. Love you all. Don't forget, Punish for Protecting.
Ted, I want to say something real quick. I'm sorry. I hope I don't interrupt you. Like, I know you were about to put a few on, but I apologize. I just want to do something here because I'm on the live. I'm seeing the live feed as well, and I see a lot of comments. Wow, there's 131 shares already to this.
Hi. The reason for this video is to implore and encourage.
Oh, you need me to?
Oh,
okay,
sorry.
That's okay. I know we're going to show that. Ted, I would like you to say something too, but I see a lot of people here. David Bebo, God bless you. You are working like a trooper, man. Wow. But all of you here, Ryan Swindle, I know I need your story out there. Can you please do a 3 to 5? I'm going to do some, right now I'm going to call on some of you before I forget. 2 things. Charlene Angelastro, you said 1 in 5. Honey, this affects every last person on the planet. Yes, it may hit 1 in 5 as far as having to go through the family court or have to deal with psychopathic child predator services, but it affects every single last person. If a child is taken from a mother, it just affected all his friends in school. It affects everyone, people. No one is exempt. Mother, father, this is an equal opportunity abusive system. Just remember that. So yes to 1 in 5 and yes to everyone. Okay, I'm going to call on some people here in this chat right now. I want you guys to do a 3 to 5 today. I'm expecting it and I'm looking for you. Chris Hallett. Chris Hallett, I've called on you before. I love you dearly. I need you to do that. Ted, get on him. I want to see one from Kirk as well. Ryan Swindle. Let's see. I'm not able to move my feed here, but that's 3 that I see on the top. Miranda Smith. I want to see you, honey. Tara Atkins Braswell. Let's get you a 3 to 5. Go do a 3 to 5. That means you need to do a 3 to 5 live feed. Make it public and tag me to it. Okay, those are the people that I'm nominating right now. Sandy Jackamus, I need you to do one. I know you're working with David Bebo. I need you to do one and tag me. Okay, so those are the people that I just named right now, guys. Make sure you guys do the 3 to 5s. I'm calling you out, okay, guys? And now I am done for the day. Love you all. January 3rd, drain the, it's not a swamp, honey. A swamp actually has clean in it. Do you know that? There's actually some cleanliness in it. I see that. Yes. It's drained the sewage. A sewage is full of shit. It's drained the sewage. Okay, we're starting a whole new movement. Sorry for my language today. I am really hurt and really upset because you have no idea the messages that I'm getting. You have no idea. You guys don't even know the half of it. You don't even know the half of it. You guys don't even know the extension of the pain that is going on throughout this world. And we can put a stop to it. Ted, it's all yours. Thank you. And if you want to say anything, Ted, I'd appreciate it. Love you. Love you so much. Thank you.
Hi. The reason for this video is to implore and encourage all of my friends, family and acquaintances to not purchase anything. Zip, zero, zilch, nothing. On January 3rd, 2018, we are protesting family court and the fact that they do not stand up for the best interests of children, and also that CPS, Child Predator Services, is not doing what's in the best interests of children. I hope you'll join me and Punish for Protecting, January 3rd, 2018. Please message me if you have any other questions. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Hold on 1 second. I'll say something, but I have to go check on my dad real quick. He's yelling. Hold on.
Oh, that's fine. If you want to play one more, and I just want to say, too, while he's doing that, that was Lara Thompson, and right before that, that was California chapter leader Carmel Foster. So, yeah, we had Lara Thompson who just did that last clip, which is really cool. I love what she did there, and we're back to Ted.
UPS came, so my dad needed to let me know that UPS was here with a package.
Ted, that's what the people don't understand, that we actually have lives that surround this, that we literally jump through hoops to try to live while we're doing all this, while you've got a couple of crazies out there that like to verbally attack you for trying to help them. But anyway, that's another day. That'll be another show. Go ahead, Ted.
Well, yeah, the dryer went out, and so I think the Element just came in the mail, so I can take the dryer apart and fix the dryer. But on January 3rd, I'm definitely participating. I'll have my son with me, and we're going to be heading back to Florida around then. And Joyce in New Haven, Connecticut, mentioned doing some type of a rally there. And so I might, depending on what, because I'm kind of more valuable here in front of the computer. If I can help you stream or broadcast things, then that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I'm going to try to go to this event that Joyce is putting on in New Haven on the 3rd. So I'll drive the day before, so I'm not spending any gas. And I'm not exactly sure what we'll be doing in New Haven. Has she talked to you about that at all, Francesca?
They actually have a they actually have an organization that they began to do a protest there in New Haven. Another thing that you're just reminding me of too, Ted. Yeah, I'd like to have everybody live feed whatever they're doing. I know we're going to limit internet usage, but we do want to live feed what we're doing. Say hi. Also, so we'll see. We'll figure that out. We'll collaborate on that. Also, New York City, guys. New York City. Hey, all the big cities, guys, make sure you get involved. I know it's not going to, I know the city that never sleeps. Believe me, I live there. So I know you're not going to sleep, but you know what? You're freaking sleeping if you think your kids aren't being abused. So bottom line, New York City, we need you to really participate. I haven't decided where I'm going to be yet because I've been invited to about 50 different places so far. But I am going to see where is best for me to be fitted on that day. And I'll figure that out as we get closer. I'm so inundated. It's not even funny, but yeah, so we'll kind of figure that out. We'll collaborate on that, but I do need New York City participating as much as possible. You know, drain it for the day because it's for the sake of families and children. I mean, we're talking about murdered kids here. We're talking about abused kids here. We're talking about sick children that are being sexually abused. Right now, as we're doing this video, we've got God knows how many kids that are being sexually abused because of these psychopathic judges putting them with sex offenders, putting them with people, petting them with pedophiles on purpose, child predator services and so on and so forth. So we need to stop it. We need to literally globally shut down. And I would love to see everybody in New York City do the best they can to spend no money on that day, not go to work, you know, the whole nine. So yeah. Thanks, Ted.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm willing to help anytime, any way I can. So glad to be of service. The last video I have is Dawn's video, which has 77,000 views. Would you like me to play that?
Yeah, if you can close it with actually that one, and then just close it with Luciana's at the very end, because I know people missed it in the beginning. The one that you opened.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
And that's our wrap, guys. Thank you. Please share this video far and wide, and please go to my YouTube channel, Punished, the number 4, Protecting, and please subscribe and share. Thank you so much, and God bless everybody.
I would like to welcome everyone out to family court today. I am the Honorable Judge Roy Bean. I will be presiding over the destruction of your family. That's why we call it family court. The course of your trial will be very lengthy. These proceedings will not be a trial in the manner that you might expect. These cases will be conducted on a kangaroo court basis. During the upcoming months, I will be violating your rights left and right. So go ahead and get used to it now. I prefer for you to be as compliant as possible with all of my directives. You will have no choice because I will have plenty of backup. The police or sheriff's deputies are here to do all of my bidding. By the way, the cops will also provide backup for everything the CPS or DSS agents tell you. That's why they call them law enforcement. Actually, that is a misnomer because they will not actually be enforcing the law. They will be enforcing my orders. In reality, they will be violating the law as part and parcel of our family court racket. But that is just an aside, so do not quote me on that. In fact, do not mention or reveal to anyone what takes place during these proceedings. I am placing a gag order on you. I am ordering you not to reveal anything of my skullduggery or that of the CPS or DSS workers. If you violate my order, I will have the cops put you in jail. They will gleefully do my bidding at all times. They are the enforcers in this very large criminal enterprise. I will also have complete judicial backup in the event you have the audacity to appeal any of my decisions. The judges over me will condone everything that I do. We are all in it together, so to speak. Money is a great motivator, and we are all after it. These proceedings, as I mentioned, will be quite lengthy. It will be so by design for 2 purposes primarily. Our aim in general is to extract as much money as possible from you for the benefit of myself and my fellow actors. Also, by dragging it out, it will help you to become accustomed to not having your children. Eventually, I will terminate your parental rights. We call it TPR. Although all of our proceedings will be conducted on a kangaroo court basis, do not even begin to think of it as a Mickey Mouse operation. Our very well-constructed racket garners for us hundreds of billions of dollars. This money is taken from the Social Security Trust Fund, so we will get the money, and this is big-time business. Unbeknownst to you, the attorney you have hired will be colluding with myself and the CPS or DSS workers. That is what makes our operation so smooth. Just to give you a friendly heads up on what to expect, you in all likelihood will become a pauper. You will spend all of your money trying to get your kids back, which will be an exercise in futility. You will not have a chance. It is kind of like the old arrangement of throwing a Christian to the lions. As we conduct our business, do not mention constitutionality, as that has no place in my courtroom. And I will tell you that in a heartbeat. Your so-called constitutional rights will be violated with regularity. As you have already noticed, I will be violating your First Amendment rights, the so-called freedom of speech. As I mentioned, there will be no jury trials, so your Seventh Amendment rights under the Constitution of the United States will equally be ignored and violated. Even if you request or demand a jury trial, I will deny that to you. That has already been arranged by design. Also, there will be no adherence to due process. You will not be allowed to defend yourself or prove your innocence. If I were to allow that, it would be crystal clear from the cold record that we have no case to stand on against you. So that will not happen. If you fail to comply with any of my court orders and fall behind on paying us the money that I order you to pay, I will also violate the constitutional prohibition against debtor's prison. I will put you in debtor's prison in a heartbeat. The coming months or years, as it may become, will be very stressful for you. Just to give you a friendly heads up, some of you your moms, dads, and your children will commit suicide. I do not encourage that, but I realize that frequently happens. Let me make it perfectly clear. We are not meaning to take your life. We just want to take all of your money. So that completes your orientation. Have a nice day. All rise and let the trial begin.
Just please stop yelling at me, please.
Call 911 now!